Hi, my name is Ging-Dwan Boyd, and I have been a resident of Flatbush since December 30th, 2018. On June 12th, 2020, my property manager, Michael Weiss, broke into my apartment with a power drill. He didn't give any prior notification. All of a sudden I heard drilling at my door. So I immediately got up and I ran over to the door and I heard them outside. My super and my property manager were outside and they were drilling a hole into the lock, into the cylinder. And I started having a panic attack because I have PTSD, and I knew that they attempted to break in 1 week prior, but I didn't think that they would actually go through with it. I think it took a full minute before they actually broke the cylinder, and then I saw the lock twist and then the door open. And then right next to him was Michael Weiss, and right behind him was my neighbor filming from the outside. So I said,
"What you doing?
What you doing?"
Hi, how are you? How you doing?
And he's like,
What
"Hi,
are
how
you doing?
What are you doing?"
Tenant of this
What are you doing?
opening the apartment.
And he commenced to tell me that I'm not supposed to be in this apartment. And then Michael proceeded to
I live here,
gaslight
Michael
me
Weiss.
and lie to me about how I'm not supposed to be here and that I'm in the wrong. And it was very plain to me in that moment that his intentions were not in my best interest. He was trying to change the locks and evict me. You're not allowed to break into somebody's apartment without any prior notification when you have all the means to do so. Text message, email, notice under the door, notice on my door, in my mailbox. Did not do any of those things. And then eventually I was able to get a key. And then Michael also asked for the copy, and that's when I started to really freak out because I don't trust him, obviously. And I told him to give me the spare key. I didn't want him to have a key to my door. And he just walked away. So thankfully that's when the cops showed up. At least I thought I was thankful that the cops showed up. But when they showed up, they split us up and they spoke to us separately. They did not watch my video. They did not watch my neighbor's video. And they believed him. They believed his lie that I'm a squatter. They believed his lie that I was the one that changed the locks. So I deserved this. And I asked them, I was like, so you're telling me that you're gonna let him walk away with a key just so he can attack me, rape me in the middle of the night and say it was somebody else? You know, he could make a key and give it to somebody else. There's so many things that you're allowing the possibility of. And they said, have a good day.
I have proof that this landlord broke into my apartment with a power drill, and all of you are saying that this is illegal. You're saying that I can't file a police report. You're saying that I can't file a police report, even though
Call the police and leave now.
if you raise your
Leave
voice.
now. Leave.
Do not touch me. Do not touch
You don't leave,
me.
you
Do
go
not
to jail.
touch me. Do not touch me. Do not touch me.
Leave
Do
now.
not touch me.
Get out. Get out then. Get out. Then get out.
Do not
If you don't want me to touch you, get out.
It's too late.
There's no recording in the police precinct. Get out.
He broke into my apartment. You're all saying
Walk
it's
out.
I can't
Precinct.
file
You
a
cannot
police
report in the police
report.
precinct.
Last warning. Walk
Last
away.
warning?
Yes.
Last warning?
Yes. Walk.
So a week after my apartment was broken into, I was able to coordinate with Flatbush Tenant Coalition and Equality for Flatbush, and I started speaking to people also from Crown Heights Tenant Union. They're all very generous, and we decided that the best thing to do would be to organize my building and see if other people have experienced harassment, discrimination, or unresolved repairs. And the very next day, after one of my meetings, I got a flyer under my door from Parkway Tenants Association. And this is huge because not only are they based out of a building that's right around the corner from me, they're willing to represent like all of Parkway Realty properties, and it's about like 73 properties across New York City. So we're talking like thousands of tenants. The reality is that we're in an unprecedented time, right? Unprecedented is the word of the year. Nobody has ever been through this before. We're all just trying to figure this out as we go. So there's a level of empathy we can extend to government, businesses, etc. But when it really comes down to like quality of life, the reality is like the tenants are the ones that have had to struggle and sacrifice the most before COVID. And so now, in the wake of poor planning and greedy capitalist slumlords, they are expecting us to pay for their mistakes. But for the vast majority of us, no, we deserve a rent cancellation because we shouldn't have to bear the brunt of this humanitarian crisis. Those in power and those that have political like potency and those that have the money, the hit that they would take is so disproportionate to the hit that we would take if we had to keep on like paying our rent like before. We're at a breaking point, and so I think for those who want it, deserve it, I think that the rent cancellation should apply to all of us. I just want to emphasize that during this time, it already goes without saying that it's more important than ever to be kind to one another and see the humanity in each other. But in order to really see the humanity in each other fully, we need to acknowledge the sexism and genderism and racism that has contributed to violence and injustice like this. I am not the only one in Flatbush. I am not the only one in Brooklyn. We are not the only one in New York City that are being abused, like egregiously abused by slumlords. And if we're not talking about it with an intersectional lens, we might as well not be talking about it at all.